Most professions and hobbies in life have certain terms associated with the work being done or the things said work can produce. Anime is no different, as whilst there are plenty of terms that are about the shows and characters that inhabit them, it's also important to recognize the terms that go into everything surrounding anime as well. So, let's take a look at the more technical side of anime today. I'm Summers with Baka to Basics, and this is Technical Vocabulary in Anime. Class is officially in session. AMV. This stands for Anime Music Video, a type of video edited by fans which mixes anime footage with popular music. The first ever true AMV was created in 1982 by 21-year-old Jim Kapaustas, who hooked up two videocassette recorders to each other and edited the most violent scenes from the anime Star Blazers to All You Need Is Love by the Beatles to produce a more humorous effect. Otome game. This is a story-based video game that is targeted towards women. Generally, one of the goals besides the main concept is to develop a romantic relationship between the female player / main character and one of the second lead male characters. The first Otome game is generally acknowledged to be Angelique. It was released in 1994 by Koei in Japan for the Super Famicom and was created by an all-woman team. The game was originally designed for preteen and younger teenage girls, but oddly enough became unexpectedly popular with older teenagers and women in their 20s. Some of the more popular Otome games throughout time can include Code Realized, Guardian of Rebirth, Cafe Enchante, and the absurdly amazing Hatoful Boyfriend, which is a game in which you can only date birds. Mangaka. This refers to a professional manga artist who writes and or illustrates manga. Manga is said to have been born in 1814. Back then, Hokusai Katsushika sketched a series of scenes from daily life, labeling them as whimsical stories or manga in Japanese. In 1902, Kitazawa Rakuten published the first modern manga with 4 boxes per page and typed texts. Seiyu. A voice actor in a native language version of anime, a video game, a radio broadcast, or an advertisement in Japan. Voice acting has existed in Japan since the advent of radio, but it was only in the 1970s that the term Seiyu entered popular usage because of the anime space battleship Yamato. According to a newspaper interview with a voice talent manager, since the Yamato boom, the word Seiyu has become instantly recognized. In the western part of the world, voice actors are sometimes sadly labeled as being a lesser class of talent than traditional actors. However, seiyus in Japan are treated with a level of fame and esteem rivaling the most popular celebrities around the globe. Core. This is a term of measurement in anime that is used to describe the length of a television series. One season of a series, roughly 13 episodes, would be 1 course, and 2 season series, roughly 26 episodes, would be described as 2 course. Raw. Raw in anime terms refers to anime that has not been translated or dubbed. These clips are often used for AMV projects, since the editor won't need to edit out any of the subtitles and the animation is in its original form. Filler and non-canon. Now these are terms about anime, but I wanted to bring them up here because they commonly get mixed up, seeing as most fans tend to see them as one and the same, but they do in fact have separate meanings. Non-canon is content that is anime exclusive, meaning that the content isn't in the original manga, making it non-canon. Filler, on the other hand, can either add more depth to the show or completely miss the mark and make fans want to skip all the filler. Filler can sometimes be added by a creator to the anime adaptation of a show, so as to make up for things that they didn't get time to add into the original work. Sakuga.
So this is where I want you to insert some dope music and fast-paced fight stuff. We'll figure that out. I'll get you some stuff, but we want this to look good.
Japanese animation that takes a certain sequence where the animation quality is noticeably higher, often used in particularly important scenes and largely performed by singular artists with a high level of skill. Genga and Doga. Genga is the Japanese animation terminology for key animation drawings, literally meaning original pictures. It is easy to confuse Doga with Genga, which are the drafts of a cell. A Genga, often drawn by the lead animator of the scene, gives an idea of how the subject should look, whereas a Doga is the exact blueprint of the final cell. Once an artist reaches the Doga stage, the decisions should be finalized. Freelance animators. An animator who is essentially self-employed. A specialized, highly skilled professional who works on a gig or individual job basis for a variety of different clients. Light novel. A style of young adult novel primarily targeting high school and middle school students. Often called Ronobe, light novels are often illustrated in a manga art style and later adapted into manga and/or anime. The creation of Sonorama Bunko in 1975 is considered by some to be a symbolic beginning of the light novel genre. Science fiction and horror writers like Hideyuki Kikuchi or Baku Yumemukura started their careers through such imprints. Doujinshi. Now, I know what most people are probably thinking if you have heard the term doujinshi before, but we're not going that route. Instead, doujinshi is simply a self-published print, including magazines, manga, and novels. Part of a wider category of doujin, self-published works, doujinshi are often derivative of existing works and created by amateurs, though some professional artists participate in order to publish material outside the regular industry. Groups of doujinshi artists refer to themselves as a Sakuru circle. Several such groups actually consist of a single artist. They are sometimes called Kojin Sakura or personal circles. Since the 1980s, the main method of distribution has been through regular doujinshi conventions, the largest of which is called Komiket, short for Comic Market, held in the summer and winter in Tokyo's big site. At the convention, over 20 acres of doujinshi are bought, sold, and traded by attendees. Doujinshi creators who base their materials on other creators' work normally publish in small numbers, so as to maintain a low profile and to protect themselves against litigation, making a talented creator's or circle's doujinshi a coveted commodity. I could expand this list 10 times over, and go into so much greater depth about some of these terms, but for today, this is where we were going to stop. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like, and while you're down there, you might as well subscribe to the channel for more Baka to Basics in the future. I've been Summers, and I'll see you the next time class is in session.